Hello there, this is Cookies. I have turn 41. My goal is for this to be a three-parter so we can get to my current turn, which is on the eve of war with the TNN and Macone teams. We're not going to distinguish, we're just going to try and bulldoze through. Alright, we're going to have some fun. Events, got some gold, got some gems. And we've got some fighting time. A lot of battles in Emmerich. But let's go through them in order. So we've got Ostmark first. Zabalba runs into just a troop. Oh, a big Sultan with a smasher. Okay, so I know what happened here. So I was chatting with the Ulm player, and he was worried about what would happen if Ubar magic phased on his golems. And I let him know that you could have a scouts out ahead of time with any of the new items that give stealth or a Shadmail Hotberg. And you can swap the items out and then stealth move the golem away. And in that way you can avoid magic phase counter rating, which can be a really fun way to annoy elves. Because they have I think a lot of them have a lot of magic phase. So they like to provoke engagements and then jump on them. But if you show your own elf characteristics, they're not amused. So this guy was meant to kill that golem, but he's not going to find it. Then we've got TNG attacking Ubar. A very small raid, but we've got Jin here. I think the Jin are pretty easily going to wipe this force. Leadership is gone. Pretty small. Oh, it's more Jin than I thought. Okay. Yeah. Then we've got all the fighting in Emmerich. So we've got Muspelheim attacking Zabalba. Big army of giants, 1 PD. TNN going after... Alright, so here we go. Another big stack fight. So we've got a bunch of giants. Let's see the commanders. A bunch of Frostbrand thugs again. Bunch of fire gems on this guy. He's fire 3. Okay. And a tremendous number of glamour mages. And these mages. You can do Frozen Heart, glamour illusions, maybe lightning bolts. Okay. So Muspelheim bringing a pretty basic army. TNN, a whole nother wave of summons. More Tuatha and She. And a bunch of wolves. I don't know about bringing the wolves and the sea dogs. Sea dogs really suck. Wolves are a little bit better, but I think mostly they're not going to contribute. I think all they're going to do is dilute damage output from TNM, which is going to help make the regen of Muspelheim stronger. And I think it's going to help HP route the TNN army. So even with all the mages and thugs, I'm kind of thinking Muspelheim wins this. Let's go ahead and check it out, though. Unfortunate to lose the crushers. Alright, so Muspelheim takes this. Let's see. Loses 5 Muspel Giants, wipes out 257. So, just proving again how tough these Muspel Giants are. And then we've got moving into Imrik as well. Oh, but it's just a small little group. Oh, it was 3 thugs. Okay. We will see how good they do. They've got a full script. Alright. Strength of Gaia, Mouse Body, Iron Skin, Earth Power, Fortitude. Similar script, except with Temper Armors. Similar script. So we got the Eye Shield, Sword of Sharpness. We still haven't fixed the morale issue on this one. We have on this one, though. He's got the Red Dragon Scale Mail. So he's got Fire Resist, a lot more morale, and a GSS. So I don't even think he'll get repelled most of the time. This guy's got an Implementer Axe, which is Armor Piercing. His Fear 10, which could also be very strong against Muspelheim. How'd they get long dead? Oh, the Muspel Jarls. They're uncast. Oh, it's a lot of them. Seven Muspel Jarls. That is a lot of cap turns. Alright, especially for not putting gear on them. They do have flame blades, which are basically firebrands. Alright, let's see how we do. Some of the giants are going to run forward. The other mages are on cast. These guys do have a little bit of poison resist, but these snakes do a tremendous amount of poison damage, and it's armor negating on damage. So we'll have to keep a look at the little green tick marks. So one of them runs. Other 2 are trapped. They do have valuable targets, at least, in front of them. If they can each take down a Muspel Giant, it's not worth it. But it's better than nothing, which is what they're looking at getting. I think they got 1. I think right now the soulless are getting in the way. Although giants should wade. They're only size 3, so I think the issue is most of them are on bodyguard. Let's see which one's this one. Sword of Sharpness, his shield got broken. The eye shield. But this guy is certainly blind. Yeah. And he tried to fight his way out. Alright. So, pretty hefty toll. Loses 2 of the geared out Enkidu Shamans. Only kills 1 Mooseful Giant. So, just taking lots of attrition on the TNN team. We've got Gemport. Scout. Just a scout ping. Scout wins. Okay, that's funny. Got a army here. It's just 1 PD. Alright, so we had some fun battles this turn. Large confrontations. This is Emmerich here. Controls the... Because of this river, it controls the line of access to Ostmark and the Xibalba stack. Now, the Xibalba stack can fly out, but I think they're trying to save this fort. You can see down here putting this throne under siege. All right. And we've got a new Sitis army on the way. Down here we've got the Throne of Dreams. Pretty cool. You get a magic scale. You got a Nidus of Power for a Thumb bonus. This is less exciting. I think luck scales over 3 players probably are better off and get more gems with the luck scale. So I don't think we should claim this. Lots of cool sites here. But, yeah, we're now up to 800 here. This is what we're sending out this turn. All sorts of stuff getting sent out. Hinnom is starting to migrate over here, I think, or should be. Still a witch here. Maybe I'll have to talk to Kirby and see if he wants to get maguses. Definitely a strong fort candidate. I think this is worth forting to get. Maybe you could alternate the recruitment. But also it's 5, 7 gems. So yeah, I'll probably try and talk to him about this one. All right, turn 41. Let's go ahead and jump into turn 42. All right, so I've got turn 42 pulled up. Did a little bit more site searching. I don't remember finding anything of note. Maybe a gem here or there, but nothing crazy. We do have some magic phase battles in Ostmark. The Satis God shows up with a Ring of Regen and Bracers of Protection, killing the Zabalban PD. And then TNN moves into Ostmark, but it's a motley crew, mostly mages. We'll see if they can survive the doggo. Yeah, only 2 of the thugs. One has a vine shield, though. One has a girdle of mites. The gear is improving on these she-lords, slowly but surely. Let's see what this dog's buff script is. Temper Flesh, Soul Vortex, Personal Iron Skin, Flying Shield, and Shroud of Bewilderment. So it's Fear 15. Reduces all incoming attacks by half, has the resist, has 10% regen, has Soul Vortex for fatigue. Very scary. Fear 15 gonna have a big impact here. These thugs are just running. Alright, so Satis takes that. Do find a couple of sites here. A couple of nature gems. Alright, and then in the regular phase, we have some battles in Desert of the Cliff Dwellers. So Makone moves in to fight TNN. A large army. Again, the army's missing here. We're scraping the barrel for TNN. There's a few thugs in here, but there's also a lot of Makone thugs. Got this one, this one, this one. An Elder Cyclops with the Eye Shield. We got some pole marches. We've got a pole march thug. This is not going to end well for TNN. You can see what this guy looks like buffed up. We even got this Alcataros. Brass horns. And a fiery breath. So it's kind of like a dragon. Some of them even got fluffed with flying. Yeah, this was pretty bad for TNN. Got nearly wiped. Lost 3 mages. Only killed 1 Discobabulos. And then we also see them move into TNN. So this is the Ocelotl stack. The Ethereal Bless, I don't think is going to hold up, even with Bloodlust against all these magic weapons. So I think Makone's going to lose a few hoplites here, but I think they're going to dominate this battle. Let's see. Does this guy get away? He's got a lot of stuff on him, a lot of gear. Does it? I don't think it looked like it. All right. Loses an Archon. Does lose some hoplites indeed. Looks like maybe a little bit of the battle replay because the Calcataros also dies. Zabalba gets smacked though. Does not lose their Demon of the Skull Staff, but does lose the Anarchy. Loses all 90 of the Ocelotls, all 43 Sun Guides. So this army is toast. So Makone just bulldozing through. Tianchi looking for Ubar. Not finding it. And Zimria. This is a lot of boars. They ran out of space. Okay, okay. Looking forward to seeing that. Oh, forgot to get the pretender here. Invulnerability 10, pretty nice. Against most troops. I know the TNN team's been running into a hard time, but they're running into Magic Weapon Central. That's not normal. So, but this team's rocking invulnerability, larger, and attack skill +2. Oh, that little visual bug again. But they brought a ton of mages. So, potentially the biggest communion ever. We'll have to see what they do. Here is the global list. All right, so for the most interesting war, which is this one down here, we've got Ostmark under siege, especially with that Zabalba army dying. We had a big Makone victory here on this throne. Another whole bunch of stuff inbound. And then hopefully some more stuff inbound out of TNN. Although they might need some time. They took a lot of attrition this turn. Okay. Yeah, we'll look at graphs. Then this upcoming turn, turn 43, is the current turn. So I'll go ahead and jump into that turn. Okay, so I've got the turn pulled up here. Oh, I forgot to show the outbound, but it's mostly more research boosters. Do a little bit. We're still trying to do some site searching. Find a Mercury pond. All right. Stellar Focus gets dispelled. Our team did not do this. We really wanted Stellar Focus, but we did not do this. So I am curious who did do this. Not sure who would want Stellar Focus. It could have been an Ubar team to spell. They just don't want to deal with all the extra Earth Astral gear that can be made. It's bad enough dealing with all the Earth gear from that team. And I think this is Riches from Beneath. So the Ulm team really relying on globals to try and even their fight with Ubar. We've got the Pan team fighting Saramatia. Looks like Arouse Hunger. Should work. All right. Our blood economy is picking up a little bit. I want to see it keep growing. Let's see. We're at a little bit over 100, maybe 110. Would be great if I could get that up to 200 or 300. Might be tough, but I'll keep making warlocks until it happens. We've got Vanheim going after Marverni. All right. Here's a big battle. We've got Draconians. We've got Pegasus Riders. We've got Mercenary Kalins. Mercenary Swordsmen. Mercenary Trolls. We've got Jade Maidens. We've got a whole army of little thugs. We've got mage support. We've got all the Vanheers ever. And we've got 1,000 boars. I forget if it's 600 or 1,000. We'll check it after the end. And we've got Boar Thunder, the twice-horned boar. And a whole mage ball in the center here. Let's see. This guy's Water 3. Could do stuff. We have a lot of boosted Dwarven Smiths. We can cast some big earth spells. This guy's Nature 1 with a Cornucopia for some reason. We've got Coral Blades. This guy's got a Sky Metal Matrix. So Communion Master with a bow. So going to do some off-path stuff. And then shoot the bow probably to avoid burning out the Communion. Another Jade Sorceress. Nature 3. A whole bunch of Stargazers. Or generally S1. And then this whole lineup, dual Frostbrand thugs, GSS thugs, Dream Spools, all sorts of stuff. This looks like the general. He's got a Helmet of Heroes. So +2 with another +2. So +4 to his troops. He's probably leading should be leading everything that's not Vanheers, because Vanheers can berserk. Alright. We can check that. Yeah, +4. So he's leading the Draconians. And the Pegasus. And the Jade Maidens would be in the same squad because they're in a line. Okay. So this is a gigantic battle. We'll go ahead and let you guys enjoy it. I'll try to move the mouse around a little bit. All right. What a battle. Ooh, love it. Love to see it. It's why you played Minions. So Vanheim loses an Archwizard of the Sky, 6 Azure Mages, 6 Sorks, 3 of their Smiths, and remember there's a fair amount of gear on those, 2 Vanadrots, 5 Van Herses, a Van Jarl, 37 Jade Maidens, 34 Pegasus Riders, 153 of their Van Heers, and their Mercs got toasted. On the Marverni side, okay, it was 600 boars. It was a 1200 stack, though. They lose 37 Sequani Stargazers, 16 Gutu Adders, 2 of their Druids. They lose their Pretender, 600 Great Boars, 62 Boar Warriors. What a battle. These guys just fought to the bitter end. So this might be a battle in due time that I try to get maybe Lucid to do like a one-off for. Just like as a popcorn battle. I just thought it was a really cool battle. All right. And let's see. So there was that. And then there's Stondis, which is probably nothing. Nope, we've got 2 Shaitan against PD. They should be fine. Yeah. And we get some nature gems. All right. Hell of a battle. We're in the Borderlands, so we're about to attack. Hinnom's moving armies down. Kalasa's moving armies down. It's probably a bad idea to move everything in one giant stack. So we're doing smaller armies that should still present very viable threats. But it's not putting all of our eggs in one basket, which is really good. In terms of blood hunting, I'm moving some blood hunters around. I'm trying to get 3 per province, and maybe I can get a little bit more longevity out of my blood hunting that way. It's kind of what I'm aiming for, is longevity at the moment. Mage recruitment is mostly turned off at this point. I don't have the cash. Unrest is eating into that, but I'm making sure I'm getting warlocks. And I think the glamour mages in the cave. Although, I guess I'm getting 1 more, because I've turned off repeat recruitment. And then... yeah, and then I still need to ask Kirby about if he wants to get these magesses. Alright. Because they could synergize a lot with the Golden Throne mages. So they could provide nice communion slaves. Or they could, you know, get some like Power the Spheres stuff and then drop rocks. Lots of stuff you can do with Magi. Still moving battle mages over. So we've got, or what I call battle mages, because they can do iron skin. They're a little bit more survivable. And then we're probably going to move out this force. I'm not expecting it to be a game changer, but it could threaten something somewhere. It's got some mage support. And then I can turn all that upkeep into warlocks in the future. So it's kind of the plan there. Most of the fire mages have relocated down here. Right now we're breaking into high blood, so we had Hinnom Forge, one of the big blood boosters. We're using that to make more of them. So we've got a Brazen Vessel in the works, and this guy's already got an Armor of Souls. And then This guy's making an armor of twisting thorns. This guy's doing a lifelong protection this turn, but normally he's going to be doing bloodstones. He doesn't have the blue booster this turn. That's why we're making another brazen vessel. But this turn, we're using the brazen vessel to get the armor of twisting thorns. Once all three of these have boosters, I can either make boosters with them. I'll probably just keep doing that. Like either bloodstones or different blood boosters, stuff like that. It's just generally useful. We're also trying to break higher into Astral, so we're making a Starshine Skull Cap, because we're at the construction for that. This is what we're sending out this turn. And then special ordered this turn, we're doing some fire plates and dragon helmets for Kaelasa. So yeah, mostly doing filling out our support role, and then hopefully we get some decent scripting out of Hinnom and Kaelasa. We get some fun battles, and maybe we take some territory. So looking forward to it. In terms of the Ubar conflict, it looks like they've chased out all the raiders in here, except up here. They've gotten into the stone circle. But they're generally pushing. They've got this Sarmatia fort under siege. They've got this Ubar fort under siege. There is more Ubar raiders over here. And we've got a little bit of pan deep raiding too. So they took over the silver mine. We've got some Olmish raiders here. Ulm and Pan can definitely do some counter-elfing. So it's going to be a lot of back and forth elf raiding between these two teams. Very interested in seeing who ends up winning. And yeah, when we have this huge conflict between Marverni and Agartha team. Right now, Vanheim's winning. They won this big fight. They're getting to keep this fort. Oh, this was a Jervellin wall fort too. So a lot of wall integrity on this one. Marverni's got this one under siege, but probably not for long. But yeah, looking forward to more conflict between these two teams. Marverni just lost a lot there, though. So it'll probably take them a long time to put together another army like that with that many mages. Maybe we'll see more druids and elder druids rolling out now. But I would expect to see many more boars. They should very easily be able to field boar stacks. So looking forward to that. And then we haven't even seen Roos roll out yet. We can take another look at graphs. So for provinces, got Beratos, Vanheim, Ubar, Macone, Kaelasa. Forts, Beratos, Macone, Marverni, Zabalba, and then Sitis, Vanheim, and Roos are tied. Income, we see Tianchi jumping up. I think that was the riches from beneath. We can check the globals in just a second too. Ubar has been dropping. Maybe that's some of it too. Tianchi taking territory off Ubar. And then we've got Beratos, Macone, and Kaelasa. And then a very tight band with Vanheim, Marverni, and Ulm. Gem income, Beratos, Abysia, Kaelasa, Macone, and Roos. Scary seeing Roos with a lot of gem income. Blood income, Wonka way out in front. Probably twice ours. So maybe 230 blood slaves a turn. Everyone else is about 110. I've moved into second. So we've got Abysia, Micklin, Zabalba, and Beratos all in a tight band. But again, the Beratos team, they just keep building up. They're very scary. So waiting to see what they end up doing. Then we've got Ubar, Ulm, Moria, Arco, and Kaelasa as the research leaders. Haven't seen Ubar use a ton of that research. Outside of basic thugging, we haven't seen a real army come out of them yet, or at least we haven't caught it. It's not to say it doesn't exist. And then Dominion. Let's see, I'm curious about the Marverni graph. I wish there was like a select all, deselect all. All right, yeah, so they leveled off. So they've still got, they're still getting research. It's just not inflecting like it was. All right. And we've got Dominion. We're still out in front. Trying to keep our Dominion getting pushed. Army size, we see the giant drops from that humongous battle between Vanheim and Marverni. So the top 5 right now, instead of Marverni, it's Lanka, Kaelasa, Hinnom. Yay, my team's making an appearance. And we've got Micklin and Zabala. So hopefully we can make waves. And then, yeah. So that's where things are standing a bit at the moment. In terms of forts under siege, we've got Marverni sieging this Rus fort, Pangea sieging this fort, TNG sieging this fort. Was it gem deposits? Oh, that's worth a lot of gold. Wondering where TNG got all this money from. This province is nice. Yeah, just nice provinces too. Okay. All right. So the TNG team making progress. They did find the Tenebrous Enchantress, which is pretty cool. Decent glamour mage. Does not have stealth though, which is interesting. This province is a lot of interesting sites. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 gems of income. Definitely want to keep that safe. Yep, some gems down here. Yeah, so looking pretty fun. This is my current turn, so we'll have to wait a little bit to see how our initial attacks go. Can we kill the dog? Can we kill these giants? They should see this coming. This is a very telegraphed move. We can't do anything about it because of the river. And then this is also fairly telegraphed. But yeah, it's time to enter the mosh pit and have some fun. So I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to seeing how my team does. And getting our hands bloodied a bit. I feel like there's a lot of scripting improvements that comes after you fight your first engagement. So hopefully we don't lose too much in them. And we have a good time. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.